Welcome to the Sibling Rx podcast. I'm Dr. Yas.
Dr. Radi.
And today we're going to talk about our top 5 non-negotiables. But before we do that, we just want to take a quick minute to thank our viewers, our supporters, and everyone that's been watching and listening. This is super fun for us because our weeks are so busy that as brother and sister, we don't really get a lot of time to connect. So this is like a standing meeting that we have.
It's like community service.
Yeah.
It's like service work.
For the special, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really cool to see people, and I mean, we've provided a little bit of content, but I don't think we've done a lot of real content yet. But so, you know, people have, obviously employees have mentioned it, friends, family, people I see at the gym. So that's been pretty cool. But, you know, I definitely appreciate that support. It is fun. Like you said, it's something that we've, you know, are passionate about in different various aspects of health, but it's just been very humbling to see how many people have viewed us being silly and talking and informative too. And
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. So, and it gives us time to kind of chat about things because a lot of things you say, I don't know. A lot of things I say, you don't know. So
there's a lot of things I say that you don't know.
So many things.
Let's be clear.
It's so much information. It's overwhelming.
It is.
I go to bed at night just.
That's why your sleep score sucks, and that's why we're talking about sleep today. So.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about our top 5 non-negotiables for health, which includes sleep, movement and strength, protein, probiotics, and the last one was hydration. Yeah. What are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking an yerba mate lemon original energy brew.
Nice.
It's really good. Yeah. I gave you one. Did you like it?
Yeah, I still have to
it's
drink
really good.
But yeah,
I like it because it's not hydrating, but gives me a little caffeine boost.
And yerba mate is so good for you.
Yerba mate is so good for you.
Yeah.
And some of them taste funky, but this one actually tastes good.
That one's good, yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right, so let's talk about sleep.
Okay.
So there's so many things that go into sleep. Yep. I know what I do that, you know, probably drives my husband Chris crazy. But what do you do on a daily basis to optimize your sleep?
I think that the only consistent thing that I do, unfortunately, right now is measure my sleep. Like I track my sleep, and I know we're going to talk about that in a minute. We try to go to bed around the same time, but every night's a little bit different based on what's going on, or if I have, you know, a late meeting, or if we've got volleyball late, or things like that.
Things
you know,
happen.
If your schedule changes, it's like I can't always be in bed by 9 p.m. Sometimes it's 9:30. Sometimes it might be 11. You know, and you kind of go to bed knowing that, I'm going to pay for this tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because you know my morning routine, I feel like I'm a little bit more consistent with than my night routine. My morning routine's like boom, 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 you know. But yeah, I mean, just unwind and we watch a little TV, but usually it's like just ready to, once I hit my head on the pillow, I'm out. Like it doesn't take me long.
You guys have a TV in your room, right?
Yeah. I take a sleep support. We'll talk about that today, which I think is helpful, helps me get more restful sleep. I try not to drink a lot of water after like 8 o'clock or so, which is hard because especially when it's so dang hot like it is here, I'm drinking water all day long, but then you do that, then you're up all night.
You know, it's interesting. Over the last couple of years since I've been tracking my sleep, and I'm a really good sleeper, so my average sleep score is about 95.
Which is not normal. At all. I've never been in the 90s. I was 84 last night.
Yeah, I'm in the 80s when I'm sick. Right? But one thing I think that I do that really helps, and I've learned this recently, they've done a lot of studies on it, is your morning routine not only helps your nighttime circadian rhythm, but what you do in the morning can actually affect how well and efficient you sleep at night. So one thing to do in the morning, they say, is to, within 15 minutes of getting up, go outside. Yeah. So I take my coffee, I go outside, and I do movement when I'm outside because you want to make sure that you're getting the sunlight in your eyes with no sunglasses as the sun is rising. If you catch that in your eyes, it helps increase your melatonin production later. So once the sun sets, your melatonin goes up, you're able to unwind and relax at night. Yeah. So I think that's something that I've incorporated the last 2 years. It's really helped my sleep score stay in the 90s. But again, there's a lot of things you can do at night. Like my husband likes to sleep. Chris likes to watch TV a lot. And I don't like to watch TV. So at night, I wear an eye mask. So when he's watching TV in our room, it's not disrupting my,
it's the glare
the
and
light.
all that stuff. Yeah.
There's certain things like, don't drink water before bed. Don't use any devices an hour or two even before bed. Try not to eat so much. At least 2 hours before bed, don't eat anything. So these are all little tips you can do to help your sleep stay deep, right? Because you want to have deep sleep. You want to have REM sleep, which is the rapid eye movement sleep as well. But let's talk about some of the supplements that you like to take to get good sleep.
I was doing the mushroom cocoa for a while from Rise. It was really good. I liked it. But, you have to mix it with hot water. And right now when it's 117, I don't want to drink something hot before I go to bed because I want my temperature to be low and all that stuff. So I started taking that gummy that you gave me the other day. I ordered some of that.
The mushroom gummy,
the mushroom gummy with melatonin and L-theanine and chamomile and all the different mushroom derivatives. Man,
that stuff is awesome. It
is. I took it 3 times this week. And each of those times, I wasn't in the 90s, but I was like, sleep score was 88, 86, 84. And then I ran out, but I just got a shipment of it in. And man, it's really good. And it's easy, And
does it make you groggy in the morning?
No, not at all.
That's good.
Not at all. But Claudia felt groggy.
She did?
Yeah, she felt groggy. She goes, I kind of felt like I was kind of loopy. I'm like, maybe you just take one.
Does she have on average, does she sleep better than you?
No, not at all. Not right now, especially with
menopause, perimenopause,
all that stuff. So this morning, I took it last night. And this morning, my alarm's at 5:05 every day, same thing. And I got up like at 4:50 and I was like, let's go. How much longer? I have like 8 more minutes. Like I was ready to get up, know? So I was like, okay, 8 more minutes to like get up, enjoy my coffee and get ready for the gym, type of thing. So that helped me. That helps me a lot, for sure. Yeah. So that's been good.
So one supplement that's really good for women that are going through menopause, perimenopause for sleep is, there's 2, magnesium glycinate and glycine. Both of those things. Do you want me to let me put her away.
I just wasn't sure.
I don't want the camera to fall. I like hitting the microphone or whatever. Hey, good thing we restarted because she hit the mute button.
Did she really?
We were talking about a good supplement for women that are going through
for sleep.
Menopause, magnesium glycinate. You said
magnesium glycinate and then glycine, and also magnesium threonate, because magnesium threonate is good for any sort of anxiety and daytime stress. It just kind of puts you in like a sense of zen. And I love taking that. Even during the day, I take that. And then magnesium glycinate is really good for relaxing your muscles, just calming your mind.
Nervous system.
Yeah. And then the glycine really helps cut out that chatter in your brain. Because a lot of people, they can fall asleep, but then they can't stop their brain. So then they wake up and they just start thinking again and they ruminate, and then they're awake and they can't stay asleep. So the glycine really helps. And that, men can take all those things too, but those really help. I know that there are certain formulas that have all the different types of magnesium in them, and those are great because then you don't have to worry about all the different supplements.
Millions of things. Because there's a lot of people, my wife's one of them. She is not very diligent about taking supplements because she just, it's this big, or, oh my gosh, it's, so the more all-in-one for people, and there's a lot of people that way, but the more all-in-one, then you're more consistent in taking it. Glycine also, I read, helps lower your core body temperature when you're sleeping as an amino acid. So women going through menopause, or like really going through all those hot flashes, which at nighttime, it's like you wake up and you're almost not wearing any clothes because you've been just hot all night, and stuff. So glycine definitely helps get your body temperature a little bit lower so you're more comfortable. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about the ideas of what happens to your body when you're sleeping, what should happen to your body when you're sleeping, and what's the benefit, pros and cons of sleeping in a cold room.
Right. So in order for your body to stay asleep, it has to be cooled down. Your body naturally cools itself down. So ideally, it's good to have your thermostat between 67 and 69 degrees. I know that seems cold,
Yeah.
but you really do want to have it cold, because the colder it is in your room, the more your body temperature will lower and the deeper sleep you'll get. So it's kind of like, when you have a fever, your body's so hot and you can never sleep, right? You just can't sleep. So, and that's how menopause feels when you're having a hot flash, like you're just so
Chills.
hot, you can't do anything.
Imagine.
So it's really good to have your temperature in your room lowered. And if you need extra blankets, put extra blankets on. But it really does make a big difference.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that I know sometimes when we'll travel, like if we go somewhere and we're staying in a hotel, you don't control, the air is always cold in your rooms, and you're like, gosh, I slept so well last night, because you cranked the air down, or it was cranked down, and you're in these nice pillows and blankets and all that stuff. And I know, especially anytime I travel to Vegas, I always I remind myself, I'm like, wow, I sleep so well here, because it's like 62 degrees.
Yes, it's freezing, yeah.
I remember a few years ago too, I got this chili pad. Remember when I had the chili pad?
Yeah.
So it's like a pad you put over the mattress. I don't. It's kind of, there's more easier versions of it. It's a pad you put over your mattress. You have to fill this thing with water next to you, so it's not very aesthetically pleasing in your room. And it's a little loud, so like my wife didn't like it because it sounded like a generator while I'm sleeping cold and comfortably. She's like, has her fingers in her ears, But it really did lower the temperature of your mattress. And I just got it on my side, and no, I don't use it anymore.
Now they have the actual mattress that goes down.
That's cool.
The 8 Sleep.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
The 8 Sleep, they have the mattress and then they have the pad too.
Yeah.
So
that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. It does. And, it's something that either you're going to pay for it in your electric bill if you're in Arizona, or you're going to pay for it in the mattress. So it's kind of, which one do you do?
We just got a comforter a few months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. It was one of those, early morning or late night Instagram buys. You're like, I want to get this.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a comforter made out of bamboo, and it guaranteed to like decrease your body temperature low. And that thing is always cold to the touch. It's amazing. I don't know what's inside of it, but
it's bamboo.
But it's bamboo. Yeah, it's bamboo. It's nothing like super synthetic, but it is awesome. It is awesome.
So I just purchased some bamboo sheets, and they were said to do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to keep your bed cooler. Yeah. And I feel like it does help. I got the duvet cover and the sheets.
I love that.
Yeah, it does help.
That's awesome.
Also, earplugs are always good to wear. I know when we travel, I always have my earplugs, just because you don't know where you're going to be, especially in a hotel. But going back though to the air conditioning, we were just in London and our Airbnb didn't have any air conditioning, because nowhere has air conditioning in London. And we were going through a heat wave there.
Oh my gosh.
And it was the worst sleep for all 4 of us, because there was no draft. The windows were open. There was no draft. And
there was no air circulating.
Nothing. And it was hot. Oh. It was terrible, but we got through it.
Yeah. But it affected your sleep.
It did. It affected our sleep. And then, the kids were really cranky the next day because none of us slept well.
Cranky kids?
I know. Teens.
That's really weird.
Too, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So what other things do you do that helps your sleep?
That's about it. I mean, things I should do or do, trying to go to bed at the same time. That's, like I said, it changes. Mm-hmm. We don't have an issue with eating late. We never eat late. If you go out to like a late dinner and you're eating dinner at 8.
Can't help that.
I know but you sleep terribly. You have a food hangover because you just don't sleep well.
So do you know what I do when we do that? Because this kind of sounds crazy, but it works, is when we go out to dinner, because we have to go to dinner late, we'll come home and, unwind and get ready for bed. And then before I get into bed, I do 4 rounds of 10 air squats.
Just to get your body moving? Just
to get because if you just do a little bit of that glucose push out, then your body's able to fall asleep. Because it's just really hard when you have all that food in your system to fall asleep and have good deep
sleep. You're digesting and that's why going for a walk or just moving, if you eat late, if you get out of your routine. I do that. I mean, even, here in our neighborhood, like just going for walks at night before you go to bed, I sleep way better when I do that too. So that helps. That's another thing that helps me.
Yeah,
but that's about it. I can't think of anything else. Obviously, like tracking it. So in the morning, the first thing I do when I get up, I'm just like curious what my sleep score is, but I think that's good. Doesn't have to be an Oura Ring, or there's millions of different devices people can use to track their sleep. But like anything else, if you measure it, then you're going to hopefully do things to impact it positively to improve it.
Yeah, and the one thing I do like about the Aura app is it gives you resources on how to improve different things, whether it's sleep or movement or whatever.
Yeah.
But it does give you different links on how you can improve those things. But I'm telling you, the thing that really, really I feel like is the most effective is getting first sunlight in the day. In your eyes, 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes you wake up, it really sets your melatonin production for later. Like that's
and melatonin, for those that may not know, because people know the name melatonin, but they don't know what it does. You know, melatonin, obviously it's a sleep aid, right? But it really impacts your circadian rhythm. You know, that's what it really...
It's a hormone that your body naturally produces, and it gets your body ready for sleep. So once the sun sets, melatonin production goes up, and that decreases your heart rate, gets your muscles relaxed, it gets your mind into a state of like, okay, I have to get ready for sleep now, so let's unwind. And you know, you can take exogenous melatonin with droppers or whatever, but some people, just like the mushroom gummies for Claudia, some people feel a little groggy with melatonin in the morning. So, you know, and then they also say if you supplement too much with melatonin, then your body won't produce.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what are our thoughts? What's the thoughts on people that do sleep aids regularly, and let's say you don't do them for some reason, or you don't run out? Like, does it impact you to be able to go to bed naturally?
Yeah.
Are you too dependent on it? Then you should be, you know. But
anything that your body naturally makes on its own, you don't want to overdo it, because then your body will adapt and say, you know what, I don't need to make this anymore on my own, because you're going to take the dropper or you're going to take the pill. So you don't really want to overdo that. That's why I always recommend the mushroom gummies, like the MycoClinic ones.
It has some of it. It has some melatonin, but it's not
very minimal.
The whole thing is not melatonin.
Yeah, because it relies more on the cordyceps and the lion's mane and the different. So, and then I like the magnesium, because 90% of Americans are deficient in magnesium. And magnesium is linked to so many comorbidities, so many different diseases and disabilities and just problems. So it's just really good to get on a good, complete magnesium supplement. So I think it's always good to start with that. Yeah.
What about, we talked about the Aura Ring. What about measuring sleep or monitoring sleep? I know you use an Aura Ring as well. There's a lot of different things. You don't have to just use an Aura Ring.
Yeah, there's a Whoop now, which I really like.
What's a Whoop? The wristband?
Yeah, it's a wristband, but the reason why I don't have one, but I like those because I find sometimes I can't wear my Aura Ring when I work out.
Oh, I never do.
Yeah, but if I wear gloves, I'm okay. But if I forget my gloves, I got to take my Aura Ring off, or whatever.
They need to make Aura Ring with like the
rubber.
Yeah, they need to make it with that.
Well, I know you can get like a cover for it. Yeah. I don't know how. The thing that I noticed though, because I've had my Aura Ring for like 4 years now, I've noticed the battery life is shortening.
Oh, really?
So it used to last 4 days. Now it's like 2 days. So
maybe because you're sleeping too much and it's measuring your sleep. And they're like, hey, sleep in the 80s, you're draining the battery. What about red light?
Oh, I love
at nighttime.
So
like while you sleep.
While I sleep?
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of different companies now that have red light panels. I love my red light panel that I use when I work out. When I work out at home, I leave it on because it helps with more than just your circadian rhythm, but it helps with your skin collagen, your joints, just rejuvenating and renewing all of those cells. And it's kind of like almost like a cellular cleanse when you're in front of it. But the red light is really good. There's a company that actually has bulbs you can put in your house. So once you're ready you're turning down your home for nighttime. Once it sets, the red light comes on and it creates a dim, very nice atmosphere to because once the red light goes into your irises, it's like you've got this connection with your brain that tells your body that it's time to unwind and go to bed. Yeah. So then it increases melatonin production.
Yeah. I've seen that. And red light,
amazing.
Like you just said, red light really impacts your melatonin production. It's not going to help all the other things. But I've seen those as a night light too, where you can put it next to your bedstand and it just literally illuminates your whole room. And then somehow, I don't know how, I've never used one, but somehow it monitors where you're at with your sleep, and it basically shuts down. Like it'll turn off after a certain period of time.
That's interesting. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen those
That's
as well.
cool.
There's lots of different things people can do, but I think more importantly is just consistency, right? Whatever it is that you do, your morning routine or evening routine for sleep, just trying to stay consistent, because I think like any habit, you can't just do it for a day or two or a week and say, oh my gosh, this stuff didn't work or this didn't work.
Right.
And there's some just lifestyle changes like we mentioned about eating and hydration and things that you have to kind of monitor before you go to bed so you can get a restful night of sleep.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do to improve your sleep, but it's really important to track it so you can, sleep is such an important part of health span and longevity and all that. So, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to message us on, any of the platforms, and we can get back to you.
Or if you're doing anything that helps you, let us know what you do helps you, because there's a ton of information. We know what we do that works for us. And if other people are doing things, we'd love to hear about it and see if there's some other pearls that we can share with other listeners and viewers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So our next episode, our next topic is going to be movement.
Yeah.
Right?
Our second non-negotiable.
Yeah. And second non-negotiable on the list is movement.
You're non-negotiable.
What happened? Did I just have a stroke? Okay. So the second non-negotiable is movement. So we're going to talk about that next. So please stay tuned and make sure that you do what?
Like us, subscribe, follow, comment,
tag,
whatever,
comment.
Yeah.
Only if it's good comments, not bad comments. All right, until next time, thank you.
All right, thank you.
The information provided in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. While we may be licensed healthcare professionals, this content should not be used to diagnose or treat any medical condition or to replace the advice of your personal healthcare provider.
Always consult your doctor or a qualified health professional with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Listening to this podcast does not create a doctor-patient relationship. Reliance on any information provided is solely at your own risk.